Hey, how you doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? I'm Chris, here to talk about some fragrances. So one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about them is because I became a collector and I've amassed such a pretty sizable collection for someone my age that I thought I'd be able to share my process of how I went about collecting things and what I've learned and be able to give it to you guys so that you guys kind of can make more informed decisions on your purchases and what your price cap is and expanding it from there. So to get started, I want to talk about why I wear them in the first place. There's something to be said about just throwing on a scent and immediately your day just gets so much better, because when you put that on in the morning, immediately you want to conquer the world. There's some things that I wear that it's like, damn, man, I could start a business right now, right after I put this on. But other days it's could be going to a bar, or I could be going to school, and I feel like I have the world in the palm of my hand. So even confidence aside, who doesn't like someone who smells good? So, because I sure as hell don't know anyone that likes people that smell bad. So you become a lot more likable in the eyes of others, and you have confidence within yourself. But I think the first part's the most important, is having confidence in yourself. And I kind of wanted to go glance over some of the tier lists, because there's colognes you could pick up at like Marshall's, Ross, TJ Maxx, and discounters alike that are not going to hit the bank too hard. Maybe just you'd forego like 2 meals or something at Chipotle, and you could pick up something that smells pretty good. But other times you can splash some real major cash and be down a couple $100 on something that I'd say smells probably better, because of course you're in a whole nother price bracket. But let me go over some of the small things. So this is Polo Blue, one of my first scents, and this is something you probably pick up for like $30. So it doesn't hurt the wallet too much when you get something like this, and of course it'll make you smell better. To me, I just think since it's so easily accessible, and so many people could wear it because it's easy to just pick up a $30 cologne. I don't like wearing them that much, and plus to my nose, after you've been collecting for a while, things start to smell like really synthetic and chemically. That's how I feel about something like Polo Blue, but I'll make a full review on each and every single one of the fragrances that I have, but that's just a small example. And then you can move into the higher tier category, which is more like the designer, more exclusive stuff that you're not going to be able to find at reasonable prices. This is going to hurt a little bit more. These are going to be from like 80 to 100-ish. So something like Bleu de Chanel. Really love this one. Definitely really good right now for the summer. But even the quality of the bottle is going to be greatly enhanced. It's not going to smell super synthetic. And a lot of people are going to like it. And I still say I've met a lot of people, and I've talked to a lot of people that wear something like this. So it's not like so exclusive, because I mean, 80 to 100 bucks, that's not a whole lot of money in the grand scheme of things, but you definitely pick up a nice fragrance that's going to last a long time on your skin and smell pretty good. But my one downside is that you can meet someone and be like, hey, we're rocking the same thing. I'm not a big fan about that. So, and last but not least, then you have your niche stuff. So yeah, Creed, if you've ever heard of that brand, I splashed a couple $100 on something like this. And to me personally, I'd rather collect a few of these than several of these. I mean, this is all good and all, and I don't mind putting these on, but there's just something to be said about some of the niche brands that are going to definitely hurt your wallet, but the quality they're ever more present, and you're a lot less likely to run into someone on the street that's wearing the same thing you are. I mean, yeah, so something like this, my confidence goes through the roof. And I get so many compliments on the stuff that I wear, because they're like, oh my God, what is that? And I can tell them the brand, and they'll be like, oh, okay, I don't know what that is, but it's pretty funny. But yeah, that's just kind of like a short breakdown of like some of the tiers. Of course, there's like other stuff that I can get into, but just kind of more of like an introduction to what's gonna happen on the channel that I'm starting. So yeah, definitely hope you liked it. And by the way, my knowledge of fragrances doesn't just stay at colognes. I also know quite a bit about perfume, so I'm gonna be throwing on some reviews and stuff on those too. Whatever I can get my hands on, I'm definitely gonna talk about. So yeah, for a first video, I don't think that went too bad. And if you like what you saw, subscribe, because I'm gonna put a hell of a lot more stuff on here. So hopefully I convince you maybe to start smelling, taking better care of the way you smell, because that's important. And I think that if the world would be a lot better place if everyone smelled good. We'd all be a lot kinder to each other. So peace.